Welcome back to another amazing episode of Careful Boys. We have with us today Mr. Jason Cheny.
Oh!
What a good time.
I like that you're coming back so often, man. I like it.
Thank you so much
everybody
for
likes it.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Why? I always feel like you exclaim it.
I really
Exclaim it
appreciate
to the
it.
room.
Yeah. Thank you guys
I feel
so
like
much.
you belong here, and then you're welcome. Not like some other people.
Who are those people?
We have guests in the past before where I never want them back ever again, and then I'm just like, I thought they would have been so good.
I feel like he always brings that up when you're here.
Yeah.
Who are those people?
Yeah, we're gonna right now. Who are some guests that you would not want back?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
No, we're not gonna talk about that.
I just easy.
What I wanted to know, because this is a thing that I'm always curious about. Do you have any in your own personal lives? Do you guys have any unsolved mysteries?
Unsolved.
Hell yeah, bro!
Things that happen to
I
you
can't even
in life
fucking say it though.
where you can't
Yeah,
really.
you can't say it.
where
Can't say it?
You can say it.
Why? Well, you can't say it. Yeah.
Because it jinx it? Or is it because like it's too personal?
It's still under investigation, and if I say it, then the people involved will be notified, and they'll get scared, and they'll cover their tracks.
Oh my god. This
So I don't want them to know that I am.
Okay. Yeah,
Say
that's already
less
too
already.
much. That's already too much.
Yeah, that's way too much.
Yeah, and there's
Put it
a
on
few things
Patreon,
like
say
that.
more.
There's a few things like that where I don't like to talk about it because when you do, then the person involved will. So like sometimes it'll bring them out of the darkness, right? Like so sometimes it's very risky when you corner someone or something, and then they know you're onto
Take
that.
countermeasures. Yeah.
Then they'll cover. But then you know who it is.
Yeah.
But then, what if there's more than? If you suspect there's more than one involved, they're gonna alert the other person and all that, right? So then, when I'm in the middle of investigations, I don't want that to be known.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anybody have any unsolved mysteries that you can't talk about?
I got two of them.
Okay, go Bart.
One of them, so I think I told the first half of the story. I remember when I was like, I think like 14 or 15, I was in Taiwan at my grandparents' place, and I was looking through an old photo album, and like on my mom's side, they kept really good records of just photos. Like there's tons of them, even like photos of my grandma when she was small, like crazy black and white photos, which is super cool. And then I was going to the back of the photo album, and then I see my mom's like junior high or high school ID, and it was there, and then her name is a different name, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey grandpa, like, who the fuck is this? And the grandma's like, oh, that's your mom. She didn't tell you she changed her name? And I was like, no. Like up to my like 15, I thought my mom's name was this, then Chinese, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I just felt like I've been lied to when your parents are like, tell the truth, you never lie, you know, all that kind of shit. And I'm like, bitch, you fucking been lying. So when I came back to America, because my mom was at home, that was like the first thing that was on my mind. Like in LAX, I forgot who dropped me off. I get back to my mom's house, and I'm like, and I said, Blake is not your name. The fuck is your real name? Fucking born identity, bitch. And then she's like, oh no, you don't understand. I was gonna tell you what's. I'm like, oh yeah, what are you gonna tell me? What are you gonna tell me? And so I don't know the mystery behind it. My own like assumptions is I do know my mom was married before my dad at one point, and so I think like in a lot of, I don't know if this is like correct in Taiwanese culture, but it almost feels like anytime like you fuck up, to kind of get a reset, people would just change your name. Is that a big thing or no?
I never even heard of this.
Well, because my family does it all the time. I found out my aunt has a different name, my mom has a different name.
What the fuck?
My fucking cousin has a different name after he got kicked out of so many places and was about to get locked up in jail. So when he came here, motherfuckers just find new X-Men to bless him with new names and shit.
Wow.
Yeah,
But that
so
makes
like,
sense
You are
though.
now rogue.
So yeah, now like, oh dude, Nick, you know, you're Nick the Nose now, and then you're
Nick
no longer
the Nose.
You're not a fighter anymore.
He's Rick the Nose.
like that, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Rick the
So I
Nose.
was like, is this like my mom like
Nose, dude.
my mom had a marriage, didn't work out, had no kids though, and
Oh
then
my God.
wanted a new start, and that's the new start that she got.
I think it is.
So she had a birth name that her parents gave her.
Yep.
She got married. She changed her last name because she got married to a new family, right?
Yeah.
And then that didn't work out. She got a divorce, so she changed everything to a whole new name.
All 3 letters changed. Because you know how like in Chinese, it's like 3. Pa, pa, pa.
But
You
what
know?
it is, I think,
Like Chow Yun
shameful.
Fat. All 3 of them changed.
Yeah.
Jay Sean Bone.
Hey, you think my nose is fucked up or what? Why'd you point out my nose?
I just picked another feature, I don't know.
Man, now you give me a complex.
We'll go back to Nick again then.
Alright, okay. Break the nose, dude. My nose
Yeah, you're like, why
Cauliflower
no?
nose, man.
He's sitting over there fucking massage. He's like, why you guys getting on my nose?
Cauliflower
I'm
nose.
pretty kind of insecure about
Oh, I think it's a rhythm thing.
Dandelion nose.
That's one mystery.
Okay.
That's one mystery.
That's a hot mystery, by the way.
Yeah.
And my mom isn't even someone you can like have like an investigative
You can't confront her about
journalist session about
Oh.
because she's fucking cuckoo.
You can't just ask her why did you change your name.
it. Say it like that.
Cause she's fucking cuckoo ass bitch. Okay,
What
I'll
would
be
she
my
say?
mom. Ask me a question.
Okay, why did you have a different name?
Because the dragons told me.
What the fuck?
Like shit like that. So I'm like, how do I even have a conversation? You know, like, you know what I mean? Her world is different than my world.
Oh.
And but to her it's
You-
so
you-
fucking
What did she think when
matter
she
of fact,
watched Shang-Chi? What did she think?
You exaggerate.
She thought it was a history lesson.
though. No,
What do you mean,
I
dragons?
remember when this happened.
my mom doesn't. Joe knows my mom.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She has a lot of spiritual
'Cause
When
beliefs.
she's
Okay.
when she's driving a car, I think she believes it's the dragon on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And she's riding that into the.
Like she's,
Wow.
she's a sweet lady, but her logic and reasoning is not based on.
Logic and reasoning.
She thought
in the beyond realm.
somehow she believed that I was an orphan with no parents. When I told her I do have a mom,
could see that.
she's in Japan, and then she goes, "No, now I am your mom."
Yeah.
And then I'm all like,
Really nice too.
"That's cool, mommy. You gonna bring me food and do all this shit,
cool,
like
mommy."
whatever, like."
To that.
Yeah, there's a better-
too. That's why.
True.
She's like, that's
No,
how your
but
real
just
name-
be an
She
orphan.
said, "You call me mom now," and then she basically adopted me, but she's a shitty adoptive parent because after that moment she did no mother duties, never brought me. She just told me I'm your mom. That's it, and she disappeared.
prayed
so
for
she
you every day.
She abandoned me.
Don't sleep on that.
Every day.
Yeah, dude.
I bet you she even forgot that she was my mom. But she, for that moment though, she adopted me
She had good intentions.
for that day. Yes.
That's so
The
sweet.
dragon told her to stop
That,
giving you care.
What is mystery number 2 for you?
So that's for mystery number 1. Mystery number 2 is my parents got divorced when I was 6, and since then I've never known the truth of what really happened. And when I got older and I was explaining to my mom, like, hey, that, cause I remember that day vividly when my dad left the door. But I don't even remember like the time of day. When I try to get accounts from both parents, one, they're like polar opposites. Oh, it was in the morning and this happened. It was in the kitchen. I go, okay, cool. And I talk to my dad. When did that happen? It was at night and it was in the living room. So like both accounts are completely off, and I'm like, I don't even know who to believe. So it's just been like
Oh,
one
man.
big giant question mark on like how it started, why it started, what happened.
So for them, it was like we had a fight that day, and then it was done.
yeah,
And then one was like we fought in the kitchen, and the other one's like, nah, we fought in the living room.
yeah, like my mom was like, your dad sent me divorce papers, and I'm like, oh shit. I just asked my dad. He goes, your mom hired a divorce lawyer, and he called me.
Oh,
So
what?
they're just way off. It's
What are
not
your
even
theories?
like The Departed and like Infernal Affairs, where you can see how one's inspired by the other.
Right.
It's just 2 movies.
Can you ask them to be?
Yeah, it's
I appreciated that one.
It's
Wow.
just way off. I'm like, dude, you guys could at least plagiarize a little bit.
But you can. You can ask them to be honest.
I did.
Like the dad. Like, please be honest.
I think they're both cuckoo, to be honest.
Getting their actual truth. You know what I mean?
Do you have any of your own personal theories of like all this stuff?
It was in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, when I got older, I just think, like, and with the knowledge we know now about like mental health and shit like that, I think they're probably just two really disgruntled people that somehow found each other that should never have been together, and then they were trying to make something work to fit society, because you know, like back then, like if you're like in your early 30s, that's already considered old. So you better find someone. And
They got married in their early 30s?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're like, and so I think they were just trying to force something to fit in society, not be an outcast and make things work. So I don't like put any like blame on them, but I think it was just a recipe for disaster. Yeah.
That's a very sad story.
But that's a mystery. I don't know, like, what happened.
Never
I don't,
really.
and I'm like, fuck yeah, do I really care? I don't think I really care.
But sometimes you wonder a little bit.
A little bit, but then it doesn't affect my life now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's not like, so like, let's say I got the truth.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
nothing happens.
I'm like, it's, my parents are still cuckoo.
Yeah. Fuck, that made me sad a little bit.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, some
I'm
personal.
sorry to you guys.
Anybody? Any other
sorry,
mysteries? Any other mysteries around here?
I mean, I had one that was really stupid compared to that.
Yeah.
What's yours?
What's it? Stupid one?
You think it's so
Mine too,
dumb.
novel compared to that.
So one time, when I was living in Irvine, and I was in the car with Victor, and we were just trying to parallel park, and then for some weird reason, when we were parallel parking, we both heard me run over something, and we heard it go, ugh. And we were like, we looked at each other, we were like, what the fuck was that?
For a homeless man?
Yeah, like, you run over a person?
We thought it was like an elf or some shit. It went like, it really went, we heard it go audibly, perfectly, because my windows were down. Something went, ugh. And so we went, oh fuck, what the fuck was that? We looked out there, we got out immediately, and there was nothing there.
Did your car like move like
Yeah, it felt like we ran something over. So we both got out, and there was nothing there. That's it.
It was a Keebler elf, dude.
That's what we thought we ran over. We thought we ran over a gnome.
Or do you think a guy saw you hit a bump and he went, and he was walking by?
I don't know. It's just such a dumb thing, but that's something that I always wanted to know. What the fuck did we run over? Like, what was that, a frog? Or like a little toad?
And there was no splat. There was
No, it was perfectly clean. It was totally clean. We got out, we looked under the car, and to like, if I ran into Victor now, he would probably go, did you ever figure out what that was? Like, we thought about it for so long.
You know, that might have been stupider, but I gotta say, that mystery has got me going way more like, what?
Yeah.
There's
It's so dumb.
there's actually, come to think of it, several unsolved mysteries that happened within the last month. One is, so when we were doing construction at Jumbi, we had two break-ins. One is solved. We had
Break-in?
well, the first one, we think it was an inside job because
Damn.
when my
And this isn't the thing that you want to, like, clear him out.
no, this one is kind of solved.
Oh, okay.
But the second part is the crazy part. So the first part is you know, when all of the guys were at lunch, they left the door unlocked. So we saw they saw the camera security footage, and they see like a construction guy kind of standing there, and then he's by the door, and then he, like, a few seconds later, he walks away, and another guy just immediately goes inside and then grabs my buddy's like iPad and headphones, and he walks immediately out. So he knew where everything was, and that took less than a couple minutes. And then so that one was like, well, like, obviously it was probably inside, but no one knows, right? No one could confirm. The second one was the alarm went off early in the morning, like several weeks after, and then he sent me pictures of the door. The barricade door was busted through. It looked like someone kicked the door, all that shit, right? And for some reason, the security footage is missing and it's inconclusive. And they don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, but nothing was stolen. I mean, like, nothing was taken. Everything was fine. And we're just like, what the hell just happened? Because the security footage, like, was completely fine the last time there was some kind of break-in. But then this time, it was like a clear. When you see the door, it looked like someone kicked it and busted through. So that
was taken.
That guy broke back in. He tried to delete the security footage, but he didn't realize it was a different day.
It was actually about a month after. It was about a month after.
Pretty funny.
That timeline's all fucked up. Okay. It made me think of one that happened to me recently, and this is the reason why I got cameras.
Don't tell us about your gas leak again. You don't know how the
Dude, that's a different video, man. Come on, subject. Okay? Come on, man. So after this was when I was like, okay, I got some Ring cameras. I wake up in the morning and Tiff says she finds out her car was like broken into. Someone opened her car because she had a bag, a Target bag that she bought I think a bikini from Target or something, and she was gonna return it because she didn't. She ended up having cold feet. She didn't want to get it. So she was like, "Hey, did you take my Target bag?" And I was like, "No, I didn't take it." She goes, "It's missing from the car." And I go, "Are you sure that's where you put it?" And she goes, "Yeah, it was for sure in the car." And then she goes, "And then there's a phone in the car. Is this your phone?" And it was just like an Android. So it was an Android that was on the front seat of the car.
Oh shit.
We don't know whose fucking phone it was. It was still on, had battery. It was it was locked, so we couldn't open it. But she has a lot of shit in the car. But I guess the guy broke in, opened the door.
And his phone fell out.
Yeah, phone fell out. He only took
The Target bag?
Target bikini bag. And then we walk out, and then we park in the back.
Yeah.
And on the front, there's just a jacket on our gate, our front gate. And we go, what the fuck is this? And we're piecing it together as we're finding all this. So in our head, this is like the creepiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this dude's phone. I'm assuming it's a guy. And my theory is that he was like checking car doors. He opened his car door, saw this Target bag, saw a receipt in there, wanted to return it, maybe get some cash, and he fucking left his phone.
And his jacket.
And he just put his jacket on the front gate.
Because he was putting on the bikini.
Okay, this one also makes sense. Yeah, it's so clear. Yeah, he literally goes in, he takes off his jacket, puts it there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna put on this bikini. Yeah. He's like, I feel really bad because I'm taking this. I'm gonna leave my phone. That's it, dude. Mystery solved. You know?
Guilt. Yeah.
Yeah, what a nice guy.
That is
But
really weird.
At the time, we were so like, all right, this is fucked up. Like, this is really crazy. This is kind of scary.
Yeah, putting the pieces together feels weird.
But then afterwards, you're like, oh, it's probably just like a homeless dude.
Yeah.
Trying to get some cash.
If it's
A homeless guy with an Android plan.
That's right. Well, I feel like everyone has a phone now.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a homeless guy with a phone, then it's probably gonna be an Android. It's definitely not gonna be an iPhone.
Shots fired.
But I have the phone still in my house, and I'm just like, I look at it every now and then. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
You got any hacker?
Someday it's gonna ring,
I
dude.
should, yeah. No, I
Still belongs to
the
it?
battery's gone and the battery's dead. So
Interesting.
You can charge it.
Yeah, you could charge it and then you could sell it.
Okay.
And then buy a bikini with it.
I just remembered a really good one because I have a really good theory as to what happened. But when I was 17, I was having a party at my parents' house. It was all like high school friends, 30 of us, right? We're all hanging out and stuff. There was like maybe like a 10 to 15 minute window where I wasn't really in my room, but someone else was. And then we go into my room and there's just a giant like pool of blood in my bed.
Oh, fuck.
It's a period. That's a chick. Somebody was having sex and they fucking had a period.
And then,
Cool, though.
yeah, like it went all the way down to through the sheets into the mattress.
Whoa,
And then
shit.
I remember we got all the friends together and we were like, who the fuck bled all over the bed? Like, and nobody wanted to admit
It's
it.
period juice.
Yeah,
for sure.
no girl
But
wanted, but all the girls agreed to help wash it.
Oh, it's for sure.
Girl code, dude. That's girl code right there.
Well, they felt guilty.
But the thing is like, why would someone just have a fucking period? What I really think happened is that one of them like lost their virginity at that moment on the bed.
that much blood.
That much
A
blood?
lot of blood, yeah.
It's a big dick.
It was more than period blood.
I don't know how much.
That's a big dick.
I don't know how much
That's what I'm
blood comes out during.
None of the guys were like, I was fucking that shit so hard.
Nobody
Whoever the
ever
girl-
fessed up to it.
Whoever the woman was limping, that was the one.
Nobody ever fessed up to it. But I think
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the girls knew, and there was like 7 of them. I think all of them knew that it was one of them. So they all agreed to be like, oh, let's all, and then they washed it together.
That's really nice though.
They washed my
Like,
sheets.
they all took one side like a kid playing the fucking parachute game in elementary
And
school.
all the guys were like, oh, but all the girls were like, oh, shut up. We could just clean it. And they just all like work together and like, all you gotta do is spray it and then scrub it.
But there's no way it's cleaned. It's blood.
Yeah, nobody ever like fessed
They
up.
still know.
Did you get the stain out?
No way.
Wait, it doesn't come out. It just fucking looks like
why
coffee afterwards.
Yeah, white sheets.
Well, I don't. They were blue, but yeah. But I never figured out what that was. But then I don't know who did it. I have an idea that who might have done it. I think it was you. You know who I'm looking at.
I have a stupid one. Can I say a stupid
Yeah,
one?
I love stupid ones.
Okay, but this is why now I always want people to believe me because of this event.
Oh.
Because I always feel like people don't believe me.
Okay.
Because when I was younger, it traumatized me, this event, and it's a stupid one. I think I was in 5th grade or 4th grade. The toilet, they wanted to fix the toilet. It was in Taiwan. And my mom's like, don't flush the toilet. Oh, no. She's like, make sure to flush the toilet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, make sure to flush the toilet.
All right.
Okay, make sure to flush the toilet.
Don't do your. Oh no, do your homework.
Wait, sorry.
So
Take it again.
make sure to flush the toilet.
Right.
And then I go. My dad goes to the bathroom, right? Either before or after me. No, he went after me. But I go first. I take a shit. All right.
Okay.
There's shit in the toilet now.
Okay.
So then I flush the toilet. There's no shit. My dad goes in the bathroom and then comes out. And then my mom goes in after like 30 minutes and go, why didn't you flush the toilet? And then I'm like, I flushed the toilet. And she's like, no, you didn't. There's shit in the toilet bowl. And then I was like, but I flushed it. Dad also went to the bathroom. And I was crying because she doesn't believe me. That I would never forget that. I would think about.
Fucking set you up, dude.
I think about this once a month. Then I'm like, why didn't my mom just believe that I flushed? I flushed my shit. Why would I not flush my shit? Who is like, I'm not gonna flush my shit? Who forgets to flush their shit?
Your dad.
That's what I'm saying. I said, but dad went in, and dad's like, no, I didn't.
Oh,
and then,
he denied?
And then mom, but
Forgot it.
Why did your dad do that?
I don't know. But I was like, Dad.
He fucked it
But he's
all
like, I
up.
really didn't think I did it too. I'm like, so they're just magic. It's just magic. The
You need
fucking.
to sit down with them and be like, look, remember that time, you motherfucker?
Do you remember the thing? But they don't remember the thing. And once a month I think about this. I was like, why don't they believe me?
Why was that such a big deal to your mom? Like, why couldn't it be dropped? It's like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Who cares? Who shit is that?
Because she said you flush the toilet. You make sure you flush the toilet that day. Something with that day, and then but they don't trust me anyways. I don't know why.
Did you tell your parents that you think about this once a month?
No, but now I will.
Because that's impossible for that to be your shit. Somebody else went.
Yeah, sorry, it's a stupid one.
No, it's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Either your dad's lying or he legitimately flushed it and the
I
shit
think
just
he
came
put-
back up.
And if he
Yeah,
lied
so-
about that, what else could he lie about?
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you.